Persona 5 is probably my second favorite game of all time. I was immersed by its world, characters, music, and gameplay. However, not everything about this game was perfect to me looking back on it. So what exactly would I change about Persona 5? Let's start things off with something crazy. I would have Haru not be a Phantom Thief. Before you're even introduced to Haru, you see her keep appearing in the background in Persona 5, like in places like the school, the fireworks festival, Hawaii, things like that. But even when she did become a Phantom Thief, she still ends up being a background character. It isn't until Strikers, a spin-off game, until she gets some proper screen time, and that's when you reach support. I think that was like the third jail or something like that. It feels like the rest of the Phantom Thieves have something unique to them that they can offer to the group, but Haru is just Haru, I guess. She's just rich. Obviously, if I were to replace Haru as a Phantom Thief, I would have someone better character actually take her place. That would be Fumi, who should have been a Phantom Thief all along and not downgrade to a social link girl who I need to keep walking into a church and talking to in order to get Lucifer. I also feel like Fumi would have a lot more to offer to the Phantom Thieves. Granted, there's already two Brainiacs to this group, so maybe a third one wouldn't actually work. But she's so cool though. Like, let's get Joker on that canonical chess training arc and have him smoke a catchy. Actually, I think I mentioned that Hifumi should have been a Phantom Thief. I'm not sure if should have was the right word, because I think it was more like she was rumored to be a Phantom Thief, but I don't know if anything really pointed to that to being true. On the topic of the Phantom Thieves, I would somehow find a way to make Kasumi playable way sooner. Kasumi plays such an integral role to Royal and its story, well mainly the third semester, and I'm shocked she didn't become playable sooner. When I was playing Royal for the first time, I was trying to figure out when exactly they could squeeze her in, and from the intro of the game, I assumed it would be Sai's Palace. This was not the case, and Alice really robbed everyone by giving her a costume pack DLC only for her to be a playable party member in the very last palace of Royal. But from a story standpoint, I have no idea how exactly you can make Kasumi playable way sooner because of everything that takes place in Maruki's palace and the story around her. Oh yeah, also, if you're gonna romance her, give her more cutscenes. I feel bad for the people who became Sumi fans and only got one romantic day with her, which was White Day. Actually, this is gonna be an editor's note. I think that you actually can spend Valentine's Day with Kasumi after all, except like a lot of people ended up missing out on it because they couldn't figure out how to rank tenor quick enough or something. The third thing I would do is remove the name your group thing, which appears after you beat the first palace when everyone's celebrating at that buffet. You know, where An's like, oh, we should name the group the Diamonds or whatever, and you get the funny cutscene or something, or voice line when you actually name it the Diamonds. This was the most useless thing I've ever seen. The name of the group is literally the Fanties. What's the point of renaming the group? I was informed that this isn't used often at all, and it was just used for fluff dialogue. What are we doing? Another thing I would change that literally like no one talks about, and I probably am the only one with this complaint, but like I would remove Thieves Guild. Wait, if you don't know what Thieves Guild is, basically lets you connect online, and then like you see what people decide to do on that day. It also gives you like classroom answers. The problem I have, especially with my Switch, is like I always go to my home button to want to send something. But the moment you're on your home screen, you get automatically disconnected from Thieves Guild, and it's really annoying because I was like, what's the point of even having it like on or whatever, just for it to disconnect like 3 seconds later because I pressed the home button. If you got this far, I'm assuming you're waiting for me to mention Morgana, but I literally don't know what to change about him. He'll fix the go to sleep thing. If you want to argue how he fights with Ryuji, yeah, okay, yeah, like that's just way too often. I'd reduce it, and I'd delete the whole Morgana running away thing and being a dynamic duo with Haru. I guess you could really say I really don't like Haru, or I just don't care for Haru if I'm mentioning this again. I know when Morgana teamed up with Haru, he thought they could be out here taking hearts and being unstoppable like Kobe and Shaq, but now y'all are nothing without the rest of the Phantom Thieves. Funny enough, I was watching Sailor Moon for the first time recently, and the cat Luna is pretty much like Morgana. Luna is essential to the sailor soldier's guide who tells them like their objective and pushes them to get stronger, but at the same time can also be very annoying. In season 4 and season 5 of Sailor Moon, Luna pretty much takes a back seat and doesn't even speak or even appear often. Eventually, I just started to miss how annoying Luna was, and I feel like the same thing would apply to Morgana if he ever had to take a backseat. Hey, Akechi, so you know how you can use multiple personas? Just do it. Oh my god, I was disappointed in Royal seeing Akechi can't switch to Robin Hood in the third semester. It was cool seeing how he could use a second persona, Loki, but he can't switch back to Robin Hood? Loki might be superior, but Robin Hood is cool. Hey, that SIU director dude that keeps appearing in the story, I wonder if he'll have his own palace and become a target for the Phantom T. Oh. Yeah, this is a what does he do kind of moment. I feel like he should just have gotten removed or something because this dude serves like zero purpose. All he does is complain about Sai. I think the final thing I'll mention is please, for the love of God, remove these stupid school exams. It's been 3 Persona games of these stupid exams. Let the characters take the test, not me. I'm just extremely tired of them. It's the only thing that makes me just close my application, like when I start Persona and play another game. When I replay modern Persona games, I would change it so you would only need to have like a certain level of knowledge to ace them. You can leave the teacher like asking you a question though. I just don't want to take the exams. Actually, I lied again. The last thing I'll talk about is the pacing of Persona 5. The start of the game, it just takes forever for that game to get going. It is until Madarami's Palace until the world really opens up to you and you unlock a bunch of social links like Kawakami and you get to explore like the other cities. I feel like with every new Persona game going forward, the pacings has just been getting longer and longer. Persona 1 and 2, you just jump right into it. Persona 3, there's a tiny bit of a wait, but then you jump into it. Persona 4, it took a while, and then same in Persona 5, it took even longer. Anyway, there's some things that would change about Persona 5. Haru lovers stay mad and stay in the back playing tic-tac-toe on her forehead.